morning and a warm welcome to your show, Sunny Mornings in San Diego. I'm your host, Melissa, and it's Wednesday, February 28th. Coming up on today's show, we'll get into the surf report and the weather outlook. Then we'll jump into some local news and a few interesting happenings in business, tech, and science. Oh boy, today is National Pancake Day. They say that pancakes were first invented around 600 BC in ancient Greece. And the way we know that is because it was described in poetry. So go grab yourself a schmoke and a pancake, because here comes the surf report. Expect a small fun blend of northwest and south-southwest swells on Wednesday, with light wind in the morning and manageable onshore flow in the afternoon. Conditions are cleaner overall, with waves mostly thigh to waist high, occasionally reaching chest to shoulder at prime spots. From Thursday, expect a modest mix of northwest swells, with conditions picking up significantly by the weekend due to a storm, promising chest to head high waves. However, as of now, the weekend swell looks unrideable. Stay tuned for more info throughout the week. Wednesday at Tourmaline and South San Diego, it's looking good and clean at 2 to 3 feet before 10 a.m. with a 3.5 foot incoming high tide and little wind. Best time to ride is at 9 a.m. Everything after 10 is looking unrideable. Air temps for the morning surf are around 58 degrees. The first low tide Wednesday will be 1 foot at 5 a.m. with a 4-foot high tide just before 11. The nearshore buoy at Scripps in La Jolla reads 60 degrees for the water temperature. Checking out the weather in the San Diego area. This morning, it's mostly cloudy and 55 degrees with no wind. The sunset will take place at 5:45 p.m., and it will rise again tomorrow at 6:16 a.m. It looks like we're in for a cloudy morning, then gradually becoming mostly sunny with a high near 66 and wind increasing to 5 to 10 miles per hour with gusts as high as 20 in the afternoon. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 52. Looking ahead in the weather, we'll see a mix of partly sunny to cloudy skies through the weekend with highs around 64 degrees. And lows dipping to 45. Rain chances increase Saturday with possible showers into early Sunday before clearing up. Bonjour, food enthusiasts. This podcast is brought to you by Versailles Cafe and Pastries in Encinitas. Nestled on El Camino Real South, just north of Encinitas Boulevard, this cafe is a haven for culinary delights. Indulge in their amazing Eggs Benedict or their gluten-free crepes. You can grab a panini for lunch or just breeze on through to get your morning coffee. They are open every day from 8 to 5. So stop on by and don't forget to tell them Sunny Morning sent you. In local news, the San Diego Unified School District is confronting a significant financial challenge with a $94 million budget shortfall for the upcoming school year. This predicament arises primarily from the cessation of pandemic-related funding. Efforts to mitigate the impact include potential staff layoffs, with a particular focus on minimizing disruptions to classroom activities. The district is striving to reallocate resources and evaluate each position to address staffing shortfalls and minimize adverse effects. Meanwhile, strategic cuts are being considered, especially in areas where pandemic services are deemed no longer essential or effective. This financial crunch comes despite recent salary increases for teachers, underscoring the complex balancing act of maintaining educational quality amid budget constraints. Now on to sports. The Chicago Bears, holding the #1 overall pick in the NFL draft for the second consecutive year, face a pivotal decision regarding quarterback Justin Fields' future with the team. General Manager Rand Poles hinted at a potential trade of Fields if the team opts for a quarterback with their top pick, emphasizing the desire to treat Fields fairly in the process. With USC's Caleb Williams being a highly anticipated prospect, the Bears' strategy remains under wraps. Amidst speculation of trading the #1 pick again, Poles assures that any decision will prioritize the Bears' best interest without succumbing to external pressures. Fields, after a season of mixed performances and recent controversies over his social media actions, seeks clarity on his position, which Poles acknowledges promising ongoing communication with Fields' representatives. No basketball games in SoCal last night, but tonight the Lakers and Clippers face off again in Los Angeles. In national hockey, the Kings on the road lost to the Flames 4-2. In top news, researchers have developed an app named MindEar, designed to alleviate the symptoms of tinnitus, a condition characterized by a persistent ringing in the ears. In initial trials involving 30 participants, nearly 2/3 reported significant improvements. MindEar incorporates cognitive behavioral therapy, mindfulness, relaxation exercises, and sound therapy, aiming to train the brain to ignore the bothersome noise of tinnitus. The app's development is a response to the challenges of accessing traditional treatments, which often require expensive and scarce psychological services. With plans for larger trials, in collaboration with the University College of London Hospital, MindEar represents a promising step towards accessible treatment for tinnitus sufferers. In business news, Crestbrook Insurance Company, under Nationwide, is exiting the California home insurance market by June 15, 2025, ceasing renewals for its wealthy clientele. This decision reflects a broader strategy to streamline Nationwide's operations, focusing on sustainability and competitive pricing across diverse customer needs. Despite Crestbrook's departure affecting a small fraction of Nationwide's portfolio, it underscores the insurance industry's ongoing adjustments to market dynamics. Nationwide's shift aims to consolidate its personal insurance offerings under one brand, targeting a broader range of affluent customers. In crypto movement, Bitcoin is currently just over $57,000 after a big pop yesterday. Ethereum is over $3,200, and Solana is $108. Moving on to a more local vibe. In our community spotlight on health and wellness, we are working with a National Pilates studio to bring you some free classes, so listen up. Check out Club Pilates, with several locations in the San Diego area. Pilates presents a comprehensive wellness approach, cultivating strength, reducing tension, and elevating mental well-being. Scientific research affirms its benefits. So now you can check out Club Pilates for a free class, with locations in Encinitas, Solana Beach, Oceanside, La Jolla, and more. Just be sure to tell them Sunny Morning sent you by. And now, back to the show. Let's talk crime and science. In a twist that rekindles interest in the unresolved saga of D.B. Cooper, Rick McCoy III has stepped forward with a claim that could potentially solve the decades-old mystery. According to Rick, his father, Richard Floyd McCoy, Jr., a Vietnam veteran and skilled parachutist, was the infamous skyjacker known as D.B. Cooper. This assertion is grounded in a startling confession from Rick's mother, who purportedly admitted to aiding her husband in the audacious 1971 hijacking, where Cooper parachuted into the night with $200,000 and disappeared. Richard McCoy Jr. was no stranger to the law, having been apprehended for a similar hijacking in 1972, which quickly led to his capture. This earlier crime ended in his escape from prison and death, in a police confrontation in 1974. Rick McCoy's revelation introduces a familial dimension to the D.B. Cooper case, implicating his mother as an accomplice and suggesting a deeper conspiracy. The FBI, intrigued by this new lead, has reopened the investigation into Cooper's identity. With Rick providing DNA evidence in an attempt to validate his claims, this development offers a glimmer of hope in unraveling one of aviation history's most enduring mysteries. And in entertainment news, Jake Gyllenhaal and Conor McGregor respond to director Doug Liman's boycott of the Roadhouse remake amidst the film's release controversy. Gyllenhaal, playing Dalton, acknowledges Liman's advocacy for theatrical releases, but emphasizes Amazon's clarity on the film being streaming only. He advocates for broad viewership in changing times, appreciating Liman's passion for cinema. McGregor, playing Knox, also supports theater releases but recognizes the business aspect, expressing a wish to discuss the release plans with Amazon's CEO, Jeff Bezos. The controversy stems from Liman's critique of Amazon's decision for a streaming release over a theater release, despite prior discussions of a possible theatrical run. Roadhouse is set to release on Amazon March 21st. Well, alrighty, folks, it's time for the quote of the day. And today, in honor of National Pancake Day, here's a clip from a great flick. Austin Powers, Gold member.
Would you like a schmoke and a pancake?
A what?
A schmoke and a pancake. You know, flapjack and a cigarette? All right. Cigar and a waffle? No. Pipe and a crepe? No. Bong and a blintz?
No.
Oh, well, then there is no pleasing you.
It's not right.
And that's a wrap for this morning. Remember to stay tuned tomorrow for more news and updates. Have an amazing day, my good friends.